welcome to the third episode of the April Fool Special. I am back with one more new fantastic tutorial to share with you people. Before we move on, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon, notification button, everything. Also follow me on Instagram if you are not doing it yet. Do it. The Instagram link will be somewhere on the screen. So do that. And as you all know that there's a contest going on the channel where two lucky winners are going to get a chance to win Lakme nail polish remover. I'm kidding. Where two lucky winners are going to get a chance to win a signed bicycle deck of cards from me. The contest details are in the description. This is the last chance to participate in the contest because on the 24th of April we are going to announce the two winners. So go ahead, check out the description for the details of the contest and participate and get a chance to win this. And now let's get into our tutorial for the trick. As usual, I have uploaded a performance video Wednesday YouTube short. Go ahead and check it out. The link to the performance will also be in the description. So watch that video, come back and learn this fantastic card trick. I'm not doing that again. No. For this trick, I'm going to teach you two variations. One variation that you can do with your own deck of cards using a setup, and the other one is going to be a variation in which you can do it impromptu with anybody's playing cards and show your talent. I hope you guys are back after watching the performance, and now let's get into what you need for this trick. For this trick, you're going to need a deck of cards and you're going to need four very specific playing cards. The four cards that I use are these: two of clubs, queen of hearts, and you need duplicates, so that makes four of our cards: two of clubs, two queen of hearts. That's all you need for the trick. And now let's get into how to set up the trick and how to perform it so that people believe that magic is real. They're never going to believe that. Once you have your duplicate cards, the two queen of hearts and the two of clubs, you are ready for setting up the trick. And the setup is very simple. The first two of clubs goes on top of the deck, and the first queen of hearts goes on the bottom of the deck, right? And the other queen and the two, the duplicates, both of them go somewhere in the middle of the deck, just like that, right? So your situation is, you have a queen of hearts at the bottom, the rest of the deck, you're going to have your duplicates in the middle, the queen of hearts and the two of clubs, and then the rest of the deck and the two of clubs on the top, right? So that is your situation and you're all set for the trick to happen. And now this is what you do. You pull out your cards and you tell them you're going to show them something, right? And then you go like, we need a couple of cards for it. So you turn the deck facing you. Don't do it like this, otherwise they will see the queen of hearts already. So keep the deck so that the cards are facing you. Go through the packet and remove the two of clubs and the queen of hearts from the deck. And then you turn the rest of the deck face down again. And at this moment, be very careful. Make sure you do not flash the bottom card. So make sure that doesn't happen. So you take them out and you put them on the top and you show them the cards. You have a queen of hearts and you have a two of clubs, right? And you tell them, I'm going to show you a stunt I have been practicing, or any story that you want to make up. You put it in two different places of the deck. That's really important. Put it in two different places of the deck. So the first, you take the two of clubs, you put it somewhere in the middle, just like that. Then you show the queen of hearts and you put it in the middle somewhere. So it's in two different places in the deck, right? You do that, you put them inside and you square up the packet. And now comes the move. There is only one move in this entire trick that you have to practice, and it's actually very easy to do. It's not that difficult. And the move is, as you show your hand empty like this, okay? Once the cards are inside, you show there's nothing in this hand and there's nothing in this hand. Now if you notice, the moment I transfer the deck into the other hand, my thumb is right here and my fingers are right here. That's how you will hold the deck. Don't do this. Don't let them see. So just do that. Empty hand, right? So you're holding the deck now. Now as I'm holding the cards in this hand, I'm actually squeezing the cards. I'm holding them a little tight. It's not a loose grip or something. It's a little tight. Because what I'm about to do now is this. That was a little sloppy, but I'll explain it to you because it's a little difficult to do it slow. But that's what happens. See that? They just jump. So what is happening here is that because you have a two of clubs on the top and because you have a queen of hearts at the bottom, and because you're holding the cards like this with all of your hands and all of your fingers and your thumb, what's happening is that those two cards, as you throw the cards into the other hand, those two cards are simply sliding out like this, right? So So if you had to do it in real time, the way it's supposed to be done, it will look like this hand is empty, this hand is empty, and just like that. And two cards are out, the two of clubs and the queen of hearts. And that is what happens in the trick. A little pro tip, if anybody is wondering, if somebody is going to ask, let me check the cards, and they'll see the duplicate cards. So what you can do for that is, before you set up the trick, you can actually take out the jokers from the deck and keep them in your pocket, okay? And once you are done with the trick, once you're done with this, boom, once you're done with this, and you show them the cards, you turn them around, you turn the whole deck facing you, and you pull out the two of clubs and the queen of hearts back again at the end of the trick, saying, I want to show you one more trick, but we don't need the jokers for that, so I'm going to put the jokers away. And you put the duplicates in your pocket, right? And whenever you want, you can bring out the two jokers you put earlier and place them back in the deck, and the duplicates will stay in your pocket, and you will end absolutely clean. So that is the first version of the trick. And now let's go into the second one right now. Now in the second variation, you are going to do this trick with anybody's playing cards, and this is how you do it. You are still going to need 4 specific cards, even though you don't need duplicates, but you need 4 specific cards in the second variation as well, the impromptu version. And the specific cards are these: the 2 red 6 and the 2 black 9s, the 6 of diamonds, 6 of hearts, 9 of clubs, 9 of spades. That's what you need, and that's it. And now I'll show you how to use them and create the same amazing trick with somebody else's cards. So guys, in this variation, the impromptu version of the trick, once you have your 4 cards out, the 2 black 9s and the 2 red 6s, the setup is almost the same. One of the red 6 is going to go on the top, one of the black 9 goes at the bottom, and the other red 6 and black 9 goes somewhere in the middle of the deck, doesn't matter where, right? Just like that, and you're done. So your situation is just like the trick earlier, but they're not going to be duplicates. Black 9 at the bottom, the rest of the deck right here, your red 6 and black 9 in the middle somewhere together, and your last red 6 on the top, right? So that is your situation. Same thing, right? And you follow the same steps. You show them the deck, you turn it towards you, and you say you're going to use 2 cards for the trick. So you spread the cards and you look for your black 9 and red 6. Now there's only one difference in this entire trick, okay, from the first version. The difference is that in the first version, you very openly said that you have a queen of hearts and the 2 of clubs, right? But in the second version, because we are not using duplicates, because this is impromptu, you're not going to mention the suits, you're not going to mention hearts and clubs. You are just going to mention the number and the color, right? So you don't even show the cards for this long. So once the cards, you take out the cards from the deck and you go like, I have a black 9 and a red 6 and I'm going to try something with them. Now, what you have to do here is you flash it for only a couple of seconds. So red 6, black 9, that's it, right? And then you put it back in the middle of the deck, just like before, in 2 different places. Let them see that black 9 and red 6 going in the middle in 2 different places. Now once your cards go inside, in the first version we directly went for the trick, but in the second version you will talk about what you've been practicing. This is what we call in magic time misdirection, where you're using time as distraction. Now because they saw the red 9, the black 9 and the red 6, and you put them in the middle, if anybody has even for a split second noticed maybe it's a diamonds or a hearts, they will be confused because you only showed it like for a split second. But if they are confused, by the time you start talking and telling them, hey, I've been practicing this trick, or I've been practicing something with playing cards in the lockdown, I have been free, I have a lot of time, I have no friends, whatever explanation you want to give, when you're talking about all those things, that gives them time enough to forget. I know this sounds ridiculous, but trust me, time misdirection is something I use a lot in my shows as well. So that kind of makes people forget which was it, the clubs or the hearts, or the diamonds or the spades. So once you've got the story in place, you're ready to do the final reveal of the cards. And the reveal is done in the same manner. You show this hand empty, transfer and grip the cards like that, show the other hand empty and go for it, right? Same thing. But the same thing, again, you have to say the same thing as well, right? You turn this around and you don't say spades and diamonds, 6 of diamonds, 9 of spades. You say, and the black 9 and the red 6 is out of the deck, just like that. And the best part of this is that you can hand them the cards directly and they can check everything they want and they will not find anything wrong with it at all. And that was our second variation to the trick. Now a lot of you might feel that maybe the second variation is not that good because hey, people will notice the suit is different, you know, hearts, clubs, spades, diamonds. But trust me, I've done this trick. Every magician I think does this trick in the beginning of their magic, in the initial years. It fools people if you do it with the right timing, and if you give enough time in the middle, the time misdirection is enough, they will forget. And then you will achieve the same result as you would have if you had used the first variation of using duplicates. So don't worry, practice this and go out there, show it to your friends and mind blown.